বিনা কাজে ডাক পড়েছে কেন যে তা কেই বা জানে কোলাহল তো বারণ হলো এবার কথা কানে কানে এখন হবে প্রাণীর আলাপ। झूमे 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 रातों में गाना बजे सबके कानों में झूमे 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 रातों में गाना बजे सबके कानों में ऑफिस में भी साथ घर में भी साथ ट्रैफिक में भी साथ फ्रीक्वेंसी फ्रेंड्स की रेडियो 91.9 Radio 91.9 Friends School Quiz with Krishnendu Banik. Friends School Quiz Season 8. Your Sunday morning quiz show.
Good Sunday morning, Kolkata. Hello, India. Goodbye 2020 and welcome 2021. This is FSQ, French School Quiz, your one break Sunday morning quiz show. In this brand new season and format of FSQ Junior GK mini-series, 12 teams qualified for the quarterfinals in the last year. And today we have two of these teams fighting it out in the sixth and the last quarterfinal of the series, after last weekend's match was tied. That means both the teams today are back for a chance to fight for a place in the semi-finals. In fact, the last place. Which one of them will make it to the semi-finals? That is the question, and we will know the answer to that question in less than 30 exciting minutes. And it's time for me to introduce in alphabetical order the two teams in today's quiz-off. And Team A is La Martiniere for girls, LMG, back after beating Army Public School. And we have on their quiz team, as usual,
Good morning, one and all. I am Nitya Tripathi, an 8th grader from La Martiniere for girls. My hobbies are maths and music, and I'm really glad to be participating in the quarterfinals.
maths and music is an unbeatable combination by which many a genius has been known. And who is your partner today, Nitya?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sampurna Dasgupta, an 8th grader from La Martiniere for girls. My hobbies are reading and writing. It's very pleasant to be back here.
Nitya and Sampurna, I wish you the very best of luck for today's match. And versus LMG, we have St. Joseph's College back after beating St. John's Diocesan, and they are represented once again by
Good morning, everyone. My name is Devanjan Nayak. I am from St. Joseph's College and currently studying in class 7. My hobby is to play tennis and I'm excited to be back for the quarterfinals and will try to win it as well.
Well, Devanjan, I wish you a good match today. And who is your partner?
A very good morning to one and all. I am Ipshito K. Ghosh of Class 7B of St. Joseph's College, Kolkata. My hobbies include reading and writing. It is very pleasant to be back for the second round of this exciting quiz.
That's Devanjan and Ipshito representing St. Joseph's College, Bobazar. And with that, let's get into round one. And round one is Inside Edge.
Round one, Inside Edge.
A direct round on front runners and front page or trending news in the nation and the world from 2020. How much of the year can you remember? 100 for direct and 50 for bonus. And in a year that has been out of the ordinary, there were no shortages of newsmakers who had a major impact. 2020 was a truly historic year. The coronavirus pandemic dominated the headlines and upended our lives in ways that would have been unimaginable even a year ago. The year's news also included, of course, the death of a basketball legend, national protests for racial justice, and of course, the election of a new president in the US. How closely did you all pay attention to the events of last year? Let's see what you remember by taking the second part of our special 2020 news quiz. And question number one goes to La Martiniere for girls. And your question is, which body voted to acquit, that is, declare as not guilty, President Trump on February 5th last year February 5th this year of charges, I beg your pardon, February 5th last year of charges that he abused his power and obstructed Congress?
Sampurna, what
Nitya?
do you think it is? The Senate?
Nitya, do you think it's okay? Let's go with that.
The US Senate.
Is absolutely correct, girls. And Trump's party has majority in the Senate, and that is a very good answer. And 100 points to LMG for that. In a pair of votes whose outcome was never in doubt, the Senate fell well short of the two-thirds margin that would have been needed to remove the 45th president. The verdicts came down after 3 weeks of debate, almost entirely along party lines, with every Democrat voting guilty and every Republican uniformly voting not guilty, with the exception of Senator Romney of Utah, who broke with his party to judge Mr. Trump guilty. 100 points to LMG on the direct. And second question for St. Joseph's now. Which city was due to host last year's Olympic and Paralympic Games, which got shifted for the pandemic?
Sir, it was Tokyo in Japan. Debanjan, I think it's Tokyo. Is it?
I
Sir,
also
Tokyo in Japan. Tokyo.
Your partner concurs, Ipshito, and so do I. It is Tokyo in Japan. Well done, Josephites. And that's 100 each on the scoreboard. Question number 3 coming up now. And this is a question for La Martiniere for girls. Question from movies. Daniel Craig's final outing as James Bond was initially due to be released in April 2020, then November 2020, and has now been shifted to April of this year. Can you name the James Bond film that's been getting delayed again and again and again?
Sampurna, do you know the answer?
No, I don't know this.
Nitya and Sampurna don't know the answer. So are you passing, girls?
Yes, we pass.
And that question gets passed to the boys from St. Joseph. Boys, if you don't know the answer,
I think the answer is no delay. No time to delay.
Okay, sir, we'll go with that. No time to delay.
actually, it's No Time to Die.
Oh,
I can't give it to you. That was
no time to die.
shave there with another 100 points, but unfortunately, you missed it by just this much. But never mind, SJC. Next up, your direct question. And your question is the last question of this round. On what occasion did Gary Lineker comment, after a blessed but troubled life, hopefully he'll find some comfort in the hands of God? If you know who Gary Lineker is, and if you pay close attention to the quote, you'll be able to work it out so easily. Your time's up, Joseph. The question passes to LMG. Bad miss on the part of St. Joseph's boys. Question passes to La Martiniere for girls.
Sampurna, do you know the answer?
Nitya, do you think it's related to Kobe Bryant's death?
After a blessed but troubled life, hopefully he will find some comfort in the hands of God.
Nitya, do you think it's related to Kobe Bryant's death?
Maybe.
We'll
Go
go
with
with
that.
that.
Not really, girls. Gary Lineker is a footballer, and Maradona had that famous hand of God goal to his credit. So obviously, Gary,
After Maradona's death.
the passing away of Diego Maradona. No points to anybody, either on the direct or on the rebound. And with that, we come to the end of round one. And this quiz is already getting heated up here. And in that context, let's move to round two. Incredible.
Round two. Incredible. Incredible.
The second round of FSQ Junior GK is incredible. A full-on audio round on music that moves and speech that motivates. Maroon 5, Adele, Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, Shawn Mendes, Sam Smith gave us big hits in 2020, and we still haven't discussed Indian music, but we will. And here are 4 questions with audio clues: 100 for direct, 50 for bonus, question for LMG. They are one of the biggest names in the current music landscape, and this track draws inspiration from 70s disco and funk, as well as mainstream pop for worldwide radio play. Can you name the band from this clip? Coming up now.
Join the crowd, whoever wanna come along. Word up, talk, just move right up the wall. Day or night, sky's the light, so we dance to the breakdown. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the medicine, so you should keep your eyes on the ball. This is get it, heavy, can you hear the bass? Boom, I'm ready. Woo-hoo.
Sampurna, do you know the answer?
Nitya, it's Dynamite by BTS, short form for Bangtan Sonyeondan.
Okay, we'll go with that.
This is the South Korean boy band BTS with their first English language song, Dynamite, which was the most viewed YouTube video in 24 hours, hitting 101 million views. Their goal was to bring some happiness to 2020, and they succeeded by all yardsticks. 100 to LMG for nailing that question, not giving any chance to SJC, but St. Joseph's gets the next direct question. This is a track from whose 20th album, Letter to You, if at age 71. This boss recorded this album in 5 days flat in 2020.
In my letter to you, I took all my fears and doubts. In my letter to you, all the hard things I found out.
St. Joseph's.
Debanjan, do you know the answer?
Ipshito, I think the answer is Bruce Springsteen.
Okay, so we'll go with that. Debanjan?
Debanjan and Ipshito, that is the correct answer. And this is Bruce the Boss Springsteen. I gave you a loaded clue when I talked about a boss of rock music. And this is Bruce the Boss Springsteen, backed by E Street Band for the first time since 2014. 100 points to St. Joseph's for making it look easy breezy. And question number 3 is for LMG. Hindi heart-touching songs of 2020 came from Arijit Singh, Atif Aslam, Neha Kakkar, Arman Malik and Shreya Ghoshal. Listen to this audio clue and identify the movie which featured this song.
Friend zone Kamara, friend zone Kamara, कोई तो बता दे क्या करूं.
Sampurna, do you know which movie? I think it's something to do with Sushant Singh Rajput.
I don't know.
So girls, passing. Passing that to St. Joseph, and Debanjan and Ipshito have a bonus chance.
Debanjan,
I think it's Dil Bechara.
sir, is it? That is what we are going with.
And that is the correct answer. But first, a trivia. The Dil Bechara song featuring Sushant Singh Rajput and Sanjana Sanghi was shot entirely in a single take. The song video was directed by Farah Khan and was the last song picturized for the movie Dil Bechara. Directed by Mukesh Chabra, Dil Bechara, the movie, is an adaptation of John Green's popular novel, The Fault in Our Stars. No points to LMG, 50 bonus points to SJC, and the fourth and the last question of this round coming up now. Composed by Preetham, sung by Arijit Singh, this is a song from which web series of 2020 by a web debutant but otherwise esteemed director?
Debanjan,
I don't know. You should know.
no, I don't know this.
Debanjan and Ipshito pass that, and this question goes to the girls.
Sampurna, do you know this?
No, I don't know this.
Patriotic song from which web series of 2020? The correct answer is The Forgotten Army, based on Subhash Bose's INA. And as we start the countdown to the 125th birth anniversary of Netaji, that song was our tribute. And with that, 2 rounds are over, and the question is, what are the scores? Stay tuned for the scores, plus 2 more cool rounds coming up. The time now is exactly 17 minutes past 9 o'clock, and we are going to be playing just a couple of messages from our partners. This is KB, and I will see you on the other side of this little break with more Sunday Ka Funda on FSQ Junior GK hotting up this Sunday morning of 2021.
91.9 আমার নাম ঘন্টু। চান করা আমি একদমই পছন্দ করি না। শীতকালে বাথরুমে ঢুকে জলকে নমস্কার করে চলে আসি। তার মধ্যে এবারে আবার আমরা দেশের বাড়ি বেড়াতে এসেছি, এখানে পুকুরে চান করতে হয়। একদিন চান করতে নেমেছিল, কিন্তু ও বাবা কি ঠান্ডা জল। তারপর শুনলাম এই ইমার্জন হিটার নাকি জল গরম করতে পারে, তাই একটা কিনে নিলাম। কিন্তু 3 দিন হয়ে গেল পুকুর পাড়ে বসে আছি, কই জল তো একটু গরম হলো না। এত টাকা দিয়ে একটা ইমার্জন হিটার কিনে বাড়িতে এনে রাখলাম, তবুও জল গরম হলো না। লোকজন আজকাল বড়ই অসৎ হয়ে গেছে, সবাইকে ঠকাচ্ছে। 91.9 Friends FM
Happy New Year 2021. Have a great year ahead with everyone. And of course, मुझे मत भूलिएगा, रखिए साथ Cheers को विदा में। मेरा नाम है स्मृति। Monday to Saturday मिलती हूँ शाम के 5 से 9 on airwaves as well as on the Facebook Live 91.9 Friends of Vampire Frequency Friends की।
What will be the world's first and #1 song of 2021? I'm PJ Butter. Join me because I'll answer that question when we count down the top 20 songs in the world this week on the official world chart. When we last left at the end of 2020, the #1 song was Bad Bunny's Takiti featuring Jay Cortez. Will Bad Bunny start off the new year back at #1? Find out on the next official world chart. On Saturday at 9 p.m. and Sunday at 8 p.m. exclusively on 91.9 Friends FM.
The World Chart Show.
The planet is listening.
छोटे छोटे लोगों का अनोखा सफर, कमला पसंद, अनोखा स्वाद, पानी मसाला चबाना स्वास्थ्य के लिए हानिकारक है।
শ্যামবাজার মানে বড়লাল খান। শ্যামবাজার 5 মাথার মোড়ে। শ্যামবাজার হারলাল গায়ে চলছে গ্র্যান্ড উইন্টার অফার। লেডিজ ও জেন্টস কাশ্মীরি শল, সোয়েটার, কার্ডিগান, জ্যাকেট, তুষ, মালিদা সবই মার্কেট থেকে 20% কম দামে। আজই
মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্রী মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়ের ঐকান্তিক উদ্যোগে পশ্চিমবঙ্গ সরকার রাজ্যবাসীর বাড়ির দুয়ারে নিয়ে এসেছে সারা দেশে সাড়া ফেলে দেওয়া জনকল্যাণমূলক প্রকল্প দুয়ারে সরকার। এই প্রকল্পের তৃতীয় পর্যায় শুরু হয়েছে 2রা জানুয়ারি এবং চলবে 12 জানুয়ারি অবধি। এখনো অবধি 1.5 কোটিরও বেশি মানুষ এসেছেন এই প্রকল্পের পরিষেবা নিতে। আপনি যদি এখনো এই প্রকল্পের সুবিধা গ্রহণ না করে থাকেন তাহলে সত্ত্বেও তৃতীয় পর্যায়ের ক্যাম্পে আসুন। এই তৃতীয় পর্যায়ের ক্যাম্পের সঙ্গে শুরু হচ্ছে নতুন প্রকল্প পাড়ায় সমাধান। উদ্দেশ্য আপনার গ্রাম, শহর, এলাকায়, পাড়ায় জরুরি সমস্যাগুলির আশু সমাধান। স্কুলে একটি অতিরিক্ত ক্লাসরুম, ড্রেনেজ মাধ্যমে জল নিকাশি, রাস্তা নির্মাণ, পানীয় জলের অতিরিক্ত ট্যাপ টিউবওয়েল, শিক্ষক বা স্বাস্থ্যকর্মী, স্থানীয় স্বাস্থ্য কেন্দ্র ইত্যাদি। দুয়ারে সরকার ক্যাম্পে জমা হওয়া উল্লেখিত সমস্যাগুলির দ্রুত সমাধানের উদ্দেশ্যে এই প্রচেষ্টা। এই প্রকল্পের মাধ্যমে 342টি ব্লক, 118টি মিউনিসিপ্যালিটি, 7টি মিউনিসিপ্যাল কর্পোরেশনে বহু সমস্যার দ্রুত সমাধান হবে। উপকৃত হবেন প্রায় 10 কোটি মানুষ।
পাঞ্জাব সরকারের ডিয়ার নিউ ইয়ার লোহরি বাম্পার 2021 দুটো গ্যারান্টিড ফার্স্ট প্রাইজ 2.5 কোটির এক একটা মানে সব মিলিয়ে 5 কোটি। 10টা সেকেন্ড প্রাইজ 10 লাখ প্রত্যেকটা মোট 1 কোটি। 10টা থার্ড প্রাইজ 5 লাখ প্রত্যেকটা মোট 50 লাখ। টিকিটের দাম মাত্র 500 টাকা। ড্র 15 জানুয়ারি। ডিয়ার লটারি, বদলান আপনার ভাগ্য।
जब ढूंढ ही लिया हो सोच के नए एंगल से हर बोरिंग इरिटेटिंग सवाल का जवाब, तो बेटा ज्ञान बटोरो और बांटो भी। बताओ लोगों को कि जब दिया हो ऐसे किसी फालतू सवाल का मैड एंगल जवाब, तो सोच का नया एंगल विद बिंगो मैड एंगल कॉन्टेस्ट में पकाने के डिफरेंट एंगल्स का जवाब बताओ और अपने सवाल और जवाब से जीतो बिंगो गिफ्ट हैम्पर्स। और भैया खाते रहो बिंगो मैड एंगल के नए फ्लेवर्स, बिंगो मैड एंगल पिज्जा एंड बिंगो मैड एंगल चीज नाचोस। जवाब भेजो फ्रेंड्स एफएम के व्हाट्सएप नंबर पर 8100919919 पर।
फाइनली 2020 खत्म हुआ। सोचा था कि नई गाड़ी खरीदेंगे।
नई गाड़ी?
यस।
Then Hyundai is the best choice for you क्योंकि नए Hyundai Santro पे 50,000, ग्रैंड i3 Nios पे 60,000 और Aura पे 70,000 का छूट भी मिलेगा।
वाइड रेंज ऑफ ट्रांसमिशन एंड इंजन चॉइस करने का मौका भी है। Begin 2021 by driving home happiness in a Hyundai. Hurry, offer till stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply. এই যে নতুন বউ, এই বাড়িতে তোমাকে স্বাগত জানাই। শোনো, এখানে সবার পছন্দ এক এক রকম। বাবার ডাল পছন্দ, মায়ের পোলাও পছন্দ, বাচ্চাদের পছন্দ আলু ভাজা আর ঠাকুমার পছন্দ কার্ড রাইস। তবে সকলেরই পছন্দ আনবু আপ্পালাম।
আনবু আপ্পালাম, বাচ্চা থেকে বয়স্ক সকলের পছন্দ আনবু আপ্পালাম। এখন নিকটবর্তী দোকানেই পাবেন আনবু আপ্পালাম।
मुस्कुरा दे हे 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 ऐसे तो जी एक चम्मच अमूल की दिमाग फिट और सेहत भी ऐसे तो जी एक चम्मच अमूल की just एक चम्मच अमूल की।
অদ্ভুত এক ক্যারেক্টার, নামটা বিনোদ। সানগ্লাসটা পাস কর, বড্ড রূপ। যাকে যেটা বলছিলাম সেটাতে মন দিই, তবেই তো জানা যাবে বিনোদের ফোনটি। লোকটা বেশ সাদা সিধে কিন্তু কাটা তার। বিনোদ নিউজ চ্যানেলের ইউজলেস রিপোর্টার। বিনোদ হেভি এডুকেটেড, হিস্ট্রি ছাত্র, কিন্তু বোঝে না সে স্থানকাল পাত্র। এই বিনোদের গল্প অনেক, শোনাটাও সস্তা। টুন টু ফ্রেন্ডস এফএম রোববার 9:30 থেকে 10টা।
Friends RJ Hunt Season New Normal received over 10,282 registrations. Thank you so much, Kolkata, for your overwhelming response. Now, who will take the hot seat? Who will grab the microphone? Who will be the winner of the Friends RJ Hunt Season New Normal? To know more, stay hooked to 91.9 Friends FM. Frequency Friends Key.
Co-sponsored by Muthoot Finance Gold Loan is good.
Friends School Quiz with Krishnendu Banik. Friends School Quiz Season 8. Season 8. Your Sunday morning quiz show.
The time is now 24 minutes past 9 o'clock. Hello and welcome back to FSQ Digital Junior GK 6th quarterfinal this beautiful Sunday morning. We kid you not, our cool kids show is here and it's better than ever before. Today, in the quiz-off between the Martinia for Girls and St. Joseph's, the fight is neck to neck, and La Martinia for Girls are on 200 points after 2 rounds, and St. Joseph's are on 250 after an equal number of rounds, and therefore have a slight edge. And it's time for round 3, a round of questions with multiple options called in person.
Round 3. In person.
100 on the direct with questions that are 4 options and 50 on the rebound for the correct answer from the other team, for whom the number of options automatically come down to 3. Or double up when it's your direct and straight away prevent your opponents from getting a bonus chance and get 200 on the direct by giving the correct answer. Cool, is it not? But is there a catch? You bet there is. In case you have chosen to double up and your answer is wrong, you get minus 100. Strategize as you quiz, play straight or double up. And we will get started with La Martinia for Girls. Do you have any questions about the rules, girls?
No, sir.
All right. Nitya and Sampurna don't have any questions, and I will give them their question, and their question is, which of the following are awards and accolades won by American poet Louis Glick? Before I give the options, you have to decide whether to play straight or double up.
Nitya, do you think we should play straight?
Okay.
So the girls have decided to play straight, and here are the options. Which of the following are awards and accolades won by American poet Louis Glick? Option A, winner of the Nobel Prize 2020. Option B, winner of the Pulitzer Prize. Option C, poet laureate title. Option D, all of the above.
Option A, Sampurna?
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
Nitya and Sampurna want to go for option A, Nobel Prize 2020. That is not the correct option. And we take that option out of the fray and move to St. Joseph's, and they have a bonus chance.
Sir, she has won all of the prizes.
That is correct. Which
2020 Nobel laureate and Pulitzer she has won earlier.
which means which option will apply?
Sir, all of the above. The fourth option.
All of the above will apply. She won the 2020 Nobel Prize in Literature, whose judges praised her unmistakable poetic voice. Her other awards include the Pulitzer Prize, the National Humanities Medal, National Book Award, National Book Critics Circle Award from 2003 to 2004. She was the Poet Laureate of the United States. Well done, boys. You have picked up 50 on the rebound And here is your direct question. And your question is, Lewis Hamilton won his 7th Formula One World Championship in 2020. Who does he share the record with? Before I give the options, you have to decide whether to play straight or double up.
Sir, we'll play straight. We'll play straight.
Yes, 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 please.
Okay, yeah. Sir, we'll play straight.
Are you sure? Does your partner agree?
Yes, sir. Debanjan?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Very well, then you have decided to play straight, and your options are option A, Michael Jackson, option B, Michael Fassbender, option C, George Michael, option D, Michael Schumacher.
Sir, it's Michael Schumacher.
And you know what? That is the correct option. Do you now wish you had doubled up?
Yes, sir.
Well, never mind. You pick up 100 well-deserved points. Lewis Hamilton's historic Formula One 2020 season continued as he won the Turkish Grand Prix in Istanbul to take his tally of wins to 94. However, in the process, Hamilton created history and won his 7th Formula One title, equaling the record set by Germany's legendary Michael Schumacher. End of 3 rounds, and at the end of round 3, La Martiniere for girls still on 200 and St. Joseph's on 400 points. St. Joseph's now leading with 400 points. Which means I will have to update my score, and having done that, I will move on to round 4. Is this the beginning of the victory lap for St. Joseph, or does La Martiniere for girls have any aces up their sleeve? To find out, let me introduce in the dying minutes of this match, the 4th round of FSQ Junior GK in store.
Round 4 in store.
A rapid fire round from a random mixed bag of questions. 5 questions per team in 60 seconds, plus 50 for a correct answer, minus 25 for a wrong answer. This round is again a 2020 roundup. 2020 roundup all through January, right up to 26th January. And now, La Martiniere for girls, look sharp and best of luck with the answers. Question number 1. Which famous French fashion designer passed away in 2020?
Do you know this?
No.
So we skip.
Correct answer, Pierre Carda. Question 2. To repost or forward a message on Twitter is to do what?
Tweet.
I beg your pardon?
Nitya, do you think it's to tweet?
To tweet. Okay.
Did you say to tweet?
Yes, sir.
You get minus 25 now. The correct answer is retweet. Question number 3. Which famous English tennis tournament was cancelled in 2020?
Nitya, do you know this?
Skip it.
Do you want to skip it?
Yes, sir.
The correct answer is the Wimbledon. Question number 4. Can you name the Prime Minister of Finland who was one of the world's youngest state leaders in 2020?
Sampurna.
I don't know this.
And your time's up. The correct answer to that question is Sanna Marin. No points for question number 4 and no time left for question number 5. 5 questions for St. Joseph's, already on 400 points, and it remains to be seen how much they end with. Question number 1. Liverpool lifted which trophy after winning 8-goal Chelsea thriller in 2020?
Devanjan, do you think it's the UFC?
Maybe.
Sir, UEFC?
which stands for?
Sir, I don't know the full form actually. That is why.
The answer that is acceptable to me is English Premier League.
Okay, sir.
No points. In fact, you get minus 25. Question number 2. According to the Webster and Dictionary.com, which word reported a surge in usage by 57,000%, making it the most used word in 2020?
Sir, pass.
Correct answer, pandemic. Should have been easy. The year 2020 broke the record for the calendar year that spawned the most number one debuts on the Hot 100 of which popular music chart?
Pass because
The correct answer is Billboard. You tried 3 questions, got 1 wrong, which means your score comes down to 375. And that means with 375 points, St. Joseph's College Beaubazar moves into the semi-finals. La Martiniere for girls with 175 points has not put up the kind of show which is expected from this particular team given their past performances. But that's what quizzes are like. You win some, you lose some, but there are no losers in the end in a knowledge game because we all come home with the experience. If you liked the show, then like and comment on the FSQ post on the FB page of Friends FM during the show. This is Krishnendu Banik saying over but never out, and back next Sunday, same place, same time.
Friends FM 91.9.